Welcome to the Ultimate Podcast. My name is Keith.
Oh, you want to start this motherfucker over?
I mean, I don't have anything. Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna edit in the footage of us talking about UFC.
I say you just fucking just tell people what you did and we just continue
Okay, guys,
on.
we've been talking for 20 minutes and there was no recording from the mic.
But still put it on. I
Yeah,
mean, just
but I'm
because
still
it's
gonna put
coming
it
from
on.
the camera.
So we were at the Alex Caceres, Chase Hooper, Ben Askren's son, Angela Hill.
Yep.
I think Alex Caceres gets smoked.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't do good against anyone that has a good ground game.
Honestly, I didn't see Chase Hooper fight. He's only fought once in the UFC, right?
Right.
I haven't seen it. Never saw it. I have no idea who wins that fight because I have no knowledge of Chase Hooper except that he's young and has a afro like Ben Askren.
Yeah.
That's all I know about him. I follow him. He's entertaining. But
I mean,
yeah, I'll see him fight tomorrow night.
I mean, if he chooses to stand with Alex is gonna piece him up.
Is that he's like just a ground fighter? Is that what he
He's
is?
a
What, wrestler? Yeah, I
wrestler.
figure. I mean, he
Great
came like straight out of high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because
I mean,
he's 18, isn't he?
he's a baby. I mean,
I think that he literally dropped out of high school or like is doing like homeschooling or some shit to finish school or did. I'm pretty sure.
let me look it up because you might be right.
He's a fucking little guy.
Yeah,
A little baby.
but I mean, Caceres will piece him up all day. Caceres is one of those guys that like never took off.
Yeah, no. People thought that he might, but then he's just
Well, he had big potential.
yeah.
He had big potential. I mean, he didn't win Ultimate Fighter or anything, but
He had potential, but he
Yeah.
didn't do anything. You know?
I mean, I think that's gonna be a good fight. Let's see. Chase Hooper is 20 years old.
All right, he's 20. So then no, he was not in high school whenever unless he's fucking dumb and failed a bunch.
But, 9-0.
That might have been it. He might have failed on purpose so he could keep wrestling.
9-0 his
The last one was UFC fight.
last three victories have been KO, submission, KO.
It's a finisher.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Interesting. Yeah, I'll see him fight for the first time tomorrow. I didn't watch that fight.
So, I don't think there's anyone else on the card. What is your GOAT list?
My GOAT list?
Yeah. We could do top three
We
or top
do, we
five.
do this a lot, I feel like. The
I'm
GOAT
just saying
list,
at this point.
I don't even know, man. You can't just fucking hit me with a GOAT list out of nowhere. I guess Amanda Nunes is definitely on there. That's a no-brainer, I feel like.
John Jones. Anderson Silva.
It's so hard, dude.
Because of
I
a
mean,
positive test.
all of it is just so hard. It's the just saying the GOAT. I don't know. It's hard.
Amanda Khabib.
Even Khabib, like you can't. How can you even say he's the GOAT?
DC.
Bro, how can you? That's what I'm saying. I've been thinking a lot about the GOAT talk, and you can't really call anybody the GOAT, I feel like. There's like so many what ifs and questions that can be thrown in. Like you can make the argument for Habib being the GOAT, but then you can also throw the wrench in his plan. Well, he hasn't fought Gaethje. Well, he hasn't fought Ferguson, which he probably won't fight Ferguson now.
Yeah.
But there's other people he hasn't fought. You can make arguments for DC, ate a head kick from John Jones and went to sleep. You can make the argument for John Jones that motherfucker's a cheater and he does a bunch of crazy shit and won't move up to heavyweight.
Is Conor anywhere on your list? I just want to know if Conor's on your list.
As a GOAT?
Yeah. Like looking back 10 years down the line, like if 30-something-year-old.
I don't know if I would say GOAT, but I think that he will be remembered in the sport forever.
Okay.
I think that he has definitely left his mark and people will talk about him 100 years from now.
Okay.
As long as MMA is still a thing and like and it's still an active sport, like I think that, they'll be like, remember this dude,
Okay.
Look at old footage. Yeah. I think he's He's made his mark. He's left his stamp, and he'll forever be one of those guys. That, if there was a Mount Rushmore of MMA, he'd be on it.
Okay. All right.
At least that's what I see 10 years from now. If we were making a Mount Rushmore today, I don't know if I'd put him on it.
Okay. Demetrius Johnson.
As far as what? A GOAT?
Top 5.
What are we talking about? What do you mean top 5? Top 5
fighters ever.
Dude, I just told you that I can't go through this GOAT list with you.
All right.
Why are you on the GOAT list then? No, you had something specific. You had something in mind. I don't understand.
Connor did his list last week. I wanted Brian Harris' list.
I don't have a list like that. That's a fucking shenanigan that McGregor does. I don't do McGregor shenanigans.
I'm happy fighting's back. I'm happy that we're going to have local events again starting in August, and I'm really happy.
You going to go? You comfortable enough for that?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been an essential employee. I've been around. Obviously, not that much population at one time, but I mean, I've been out, and we've got back to grappling. So
yeah,
I don't see anything changing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they test the fighters if they can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping by then it's not really that big of a topic. Because it's August.
Yeah.
So. Well, yeah.
We'll see what happens by then. A lot of things can change. A lot of things are fucking wild right now.
How's your week?
Week's been good, man. Just been chilling. What you got going on your phone there, bro?
Notes.
You're making notes?
Oh, yeah.
Or you're reading notes?
No. I have stories that I want to tell you. I just always forget.
Oh, let's hear it. You got one for me? Let's go. You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't read from your notebook.
Yeah, I mean, I figured during this, I don't even know.
Have you been keeping up with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time.
Okay.
So
I want to read the most recent one.
Honestly, I've been super positive. It's all been
then I don't
cheerful,
give a shit about that.
Happy bullshit.
No.
So I told a story a couple episodes ago how I went out during winter, and this Uber driver the whole time was kind of complaining, and oh my god, I was slipping there. I was kind of vocalizing how many times we almost died.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a bad rating.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there an explanation behind it, or is just...
No? I think I know why.
Why?
I didn't immediately tip him.
So you think he gave you the rating because he didn't get a tip, and
Exactly.
then you got a tip later on, and then he was like, "Oh, well, too late."
Basically. So I always tip. Especially working in the service industry.
For sure.
I understand, where their money comes from. So after we went through that crazy ride, and it's something, like I said, my friend was leaving town. I would have never went.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to the club since then. But I remember getting out of the car. He was like, make sure you tip. He said it to me. And I was like...
Did you give him a bad review back?
I wanted to.
You should have. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
If he said, make sure you tip, it's like, bitch, don't say it like you expect
Right.
it, motherfucker. I'll give you a tip if I fucking feel like it.
But
I understand you deserve it, but I don't need you to tell me that I should tip you, bitch. Tell me what to do with my money. I'll fuck you up.
At that point, it's I wish you never drove me.
Yeah. I wish I would have had somebody else now. That's the thing. It's you've ruined the entire experience at that point.
Because the whole time when he picked me up, and I'm not going to go over the story again, he was complaining. And it's and I was actually apologetic.
What a dick.
So yeah, I just want to say fuck you.
Fuck that guy. What's his name? Put it out
Could you
there.
imagine?
Put it out there. What's his name?
Blow it up.
Robbie S. Go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna get a ride from him again.
They always do it like that. Or it's the full name and then an initial of the last name. So Robbie S. Throw yourself in front of a train.
0 to 100, huh?
0 to 100. Hey, he gave you a bad review. What do you think? Come on, he deserves it.
Dipshit. I was at a 5.0. So that's
Now I'm at a 4.9. That
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
well, it's like because I heard like I I don't know where I heard it from, but I remember hearing like the lower your Uber rating is, like you'll get drivers of that rating level.
No shit. Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder what my rating is.
So like you'll get matched up with people, and it's like
Damn. Okay. So, oh,
I don't know
man.
that I don't know if that's true.
Oh, okay.
Just someone said it, and
Well, I mean, I sounds like it could be true.
yeah. So,
I could see some motherfuckers doing that.
I was saying, so it just sounded like it made sense. The one time I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, that's probably true.
So, what do you think happens whenever a 1-star picks up a 1-star?
I don't think
You think they just go do drive-bys or what?
I'm sure.
Like they just don't give a fuck. They're just like, fuck it.
You just know you're going to war.
Like the car's stolen. Like what? I don't understand how that goes.
I'm sure after like 3.0 or something, I'm sure they like suspend your account.
Yeah, you probably can't. Yeah, I bet that's a
I
thing.
doubt they let you get that low.
Yeah, they probably lock you up once you're at like 1 or 2 stars. They're like, this can't. No, you're done.
Yeah, would have bothered me.
Damn, that'd be crazy if they let you get down to like 1 star, half a star.
Oh my god.
If you had a half a star coming to pick you up, you're like, I'm walking.
You just know
I'm walking.
And then they match you up with another 1-star, and you're just like stretching. You're like, all right, I'm about to get in a fist fight.
You're just like, ah. No. And like you get out instead of being like, don't forget to leave a tip. Hey, pay me, bitch.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
cash only, homeboy.
Cash only, motherfucker. Run it.
Have you This might be a little too personal.
Oh,
I can edit it
TMI,
out.
TMI. Let's go.
Do you have any past history with any girlfriends or girls that you were into that would bother you if you saw them today?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It would bother me if they like did something to bother me. You know, if they, I don't know. What do you mean by bother?
It's like it's weird. So
Like, would I be annoyed by their presence? Is that what you're saying?
guess,
No,
like,
I wouldn't be
annoyed.
annoyed by their presence. I would be annoyed if like we saw each other and then they felt the need to like fucking just like, I don't know, like make a thing of it.
So obviously, I'm not going to run into any exes or anything in Kansas City. Especially from my past in LA or Florida. But so my ex's sister popped up on like people you may know,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't thought about my ex or anything, but it like brought up old memories of like how shitty her sister was to me. It's like shit that I blocked out, and this is me just bitching and complaining, but it was like I like saw her photo and I was like, oh fuck, and like an instant memory because we were not the same race.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister was very like ignorant.
Okay.
Like, and one of the stories I have, which is so silly. And at the time, like I just was like, whatever. We had to go support the girl I was dating at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go support something she was doing, and her sister was driving, and I was riding with her sister.
Were you guys going to an abortion clinic or what?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's dark.
Yeah, you might want to edit that out.
Nah.
That was pretty rough.
Keeping that one in.
Damn. All right.
But I remember like she played the radio, and Fall Out Boy was on, and I like Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
I fucks with them.
But she likes it. Now you're just like, fuck.
Well, no, but she liked it, but she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna turn this off for you, and we can play what you like to hear." And I was like, "Oh, this is good right here." And she was like, "Sure." And she like turned the station, and I was like, "No, I'm serious. Like I listen to Fall Out Boy." And she was like, "How do you know who Fall Out Boy is?" And I was like, "Oh, because I listen to rock." And when I say there was like a genuine like
Gasp.
what? And she goes, "Why do you listen to rock?" And I was like, "Because I like it."
Should have been like, ever heard of Jimi Hendrix?
it was, but it was
You
like,
know who Lenny Kravitz is?
but and that's one silly instance, and there were multiple instances. I'm not gonna go through every one of them, but they all came back to my memory. It like bothered me for an hour.
Did you add her?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you really? No, that would have been awesome.
No,
You should have.
I would never.
You should have. You're better than that now. You've moved on, right?
I'm not that person, you know. Like we've all grown up, and I'm not the same
Now
guy
you
I
don't
was
like
from high
Fall
school.
Out Boy anymore.
No, I mean I listen to only hip hop.
Yeah.
And if I can go back in time, I would have played the music I wanted to hear. Stupid.
Which was My Chemical Romance, if we're gonna be honest.
I actually did like My Chemical.
I know you did.
I had an emo CD.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never quite outgrew that one.
That was back in the days when you could make your own little burn CDs. You had LimeWire or something.
Oh, when you gave your computer AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah. The family computer.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to know how bad we fucked our computer up? And by we, I mean my brother and I. Just with like LimeWire, sites that we weren't supposed to be on, if you catch my drift. Like, that sort of shit. Literally, our computer caught on fire. Like, it literally caught on fire. Yeah. There was viruses out the ass, and it caught on fire one day.
Yeah,
Like, that actually happened. That was a real... We had to pull it out, fucking throw it in the garage, put water on it. It caught on fire. That's how we treated our computer. This is when I was, like, fucking, 11. Obviously, I treat my shit a little bit better now.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I'll get into this. There was a sorry, I got something in my eye. There was a guy that would fix computers in my neighborhood, and this is back when I had dial up. I don't know if you ever had the experience.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I discovered porn sites. Like all the kids in the neighborhood at one time like discovered porn sites, and we would know each other. And obviously those porn sites, a lot of them came with viruses and everything.
Yeah.
And it like bricked my computer.
Yeah.
So and this is how weird and dumb I was. I didn't even take it seriously. I give my hard drive to the guy. I'm like, hey, can you fix my shit? And he's like, yeah, and he charged me. I was friends with his son.
Yeah.
Or with his grandson.
Oh, so, you're friends with his grandson.
So he gave me like a deal.
Oh,
and he
no, this isn't gonna go well.
And he like hands me back my computer, and he's like, yeah. He's like, I found what the issue was. He's like, you watch a lot of fucking porn. He's like, stop that. And I was
How old are you?
14, 13.
Damn.
But I like shrugged it off and was like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, I thought he was being funny. And he was being dead serious.
He was just like, no, for real.
He's like, hey, like, cut back.
Stop it.
Because I forgot when it did brick.
God's watching.
When it did brick, like I was on it. Like I was like on a website.
What do you mean whenever it did brick? Like it just like fucking.
Like legit. Like I
like
went
blue
to,
screen of death, and it's like, no, we're not turning back.
Yeah,
on.
like it like I went to Brazzers, a website like that, and then like literally it's like, are you 18? Click
and
the
you're
link,
like, hell yeah.
and then like the computer just shut off.
Oh fuck! They knew.
Yeah.
They knew. That's what it was.
And
they found out. They're like, lying motherfucker. Shut his shit down.
And I couldn't get it back on, and then I gave it to that guy. And now I would never do that.
No.
I would throw my shit away. Luckily, like
you have like one of those people who, like delete your browser history. I always joke around like that when her like if like I don't know. I always joke around like I got one of those people.
Not anymore because I'm like, what am I hiding?
Oh yeah.
You know, but
Doesn't
yeah, I
matter.
used to always like I would like go crazy.
Yeah.
And then like if someone would come over and have to type in like a website that started with an S,
Titanium. And they're
Or
like,
something
oh,
like that.
titties.
I'd be like, my heart would start like, no. And then like I'd have to wait, and then
They're like, no, I got it. I'll type it in. Don't worry. It's a special keyboard. Only I can use it. Don't worry. I got it. I got it. Just go to the kitchen. There's a steak in the fridge. Just grab that. I'll type it in.
that happening when I went to theater school.
Yeah, that's not good.
This girl had to come over and do something.
Oh, and it was a girl. That's terrible.
Girl.
Damn.
But here's the thing about it. So she goes and she She's like, hey, can I use your computer? I need to look up something. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
You're like, what are you looking up, baby?
And she had to look up Shakespeare.
What is the S relevant to?
Sex or like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, the browser, like, auto-filled, and it was whatever hot girl has, whatever. I don't have to get into it.
You don't need to give us any fucking titles.
But she didn't, like, say it in the moment. She was just like, she just, like, took the information.
She took it on the chin. She was like, we're going to absorb that, put that in the bank. We'll assess that later.
She, like, put it in the bank, and then, like, she looked up her thing and everything. And then the next time we were at a party.
Oh, it came up, didn't it? It came up. It came up.
And like was like.
What'd you do? Did you get embarrassed? You just got to own it at that point.
I just owned it.
Yeah, you have to.
We're sitting around, we're drinking, and obviously the topic came up.
How did it come up?
I don't know. Who knows? It's a college party.
What's her name?
No, I'm not gonna say.
Ah, damn it!
I'm not gonna say her name. But we're sitting there, and then like. She, like, drops the exact website I was at.
Oh, shit. And you're like, damn, that's one of my top favorites.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, we have the same taste. And I'm like, oh. Well, fuck it, yeah, I was there.
You're like, yeah. I saw you on there.
Yeah. But, yeah, that happened.
That's awesome. That's funny, man.
Well, I'm happy I could share that part of you.
I'm glad you could share that with me too. I appreciate that. That was awesome.
But now I won't hide it.
Oh,
you get on.
Why would you, dude? It's fucking 2020. Are you kidding me?
You see something, Plus, I'm pretty safe in what I watch. I am.
Tell us about it.
It's top categories. No.
Oh, I wasn't gonna get into that much of it.
I would never.
Yeah.
That is still personal information. In a relationship, would you share that with your partner?
What? Like,
if she's like, "What do you like to watch?" Or is that like, that's no one's information? That's no one's business.
I'd tell them.
Cool.
Yeah. If they wanted to see, I'd just be like, "Yeah, that's what we got going on here."
This girl I used to hang out with, her boyfriend didn't tell her, and she like made a big deal about it. I'm
strictly operating on like a 1,000% honesty policy right now with like literally everything. Zero fucks given. Yeah. Is what it is. Take it or leave it. This is me.
Good for you.
There you go. You don't like it? Well, you don't. There's stuff over there you can look at. Why are you looking over here? Right. So that's where I'm at. Yeah. So yeah, I would just be honest about it. What about you?
It's been a weird.
I mean, you seem pretty open about it right now. So.
No.
Okay.
It's private information.
All right. Well, anyways, what about you in general? How have you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. It's been a weird week for me, but I've been good. The kids. I've been reading a lot more to my kids.
Yeah? Well, you're spending more time with them. People don't know why you're spending more time with them. You should probably, drop a little new adjustment in your life.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's stuff going on. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I've been privileged to spend a lot more time with my kids, and I'm happy. And it feels good. It feels good to just be a part of their life.
Yeah.
And it's such a blessing, and out of all the dumb shit that I've done, I'm happy it never resulted in when I talked about pills and essentially trying to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy none of that did happen to me, because my kids are the greatest gift. And I was so against kids, and now fucking eating crow, and I'm happy. But I want them to be far superior and better to me. And my goal...
We do too. My bad, that was rough.
I know.
I'm sorry. I can't help it sometimes, bro. Like, whenever you fucking just, give someone a layup in volleyball, they're going to falker that shit and spike it down and give someone a nosebleed. It's going to happen. Don't give me a layup like that. I'm going to take it.
No, I'm happy, man. I apologize. I give you opportunities to be mean to me.
Spike that shit right on your fucking head.
But yeah, I'm just making the most out of it. Feels good being back in the gym and the swing of things. I started eating clean this week. I did a good job, so I feel like my body performed better this week. Still got the shit kicked out of me.
So my diet has been super fucking weird. I'm like, I don't know. I'm eating like significantly less.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know how much like.
Are you worried, or are you still performing?
Yeah, I'm still performing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't know.
But what's less for you?
I shouldn't say less. I should just. I don't know. But like, I don't know. Like typically, I don't eat until like 1, 2. But like today, I didn't eat until 4. And then I did jujitsu at 5:30.
How often are you eating after that though? When does your meal stop? Because I feel
like I'll eat after we do this.
Okay, but that would be your last meal, or
yeah, I probably won't eat anymore.
But you don't snack or anything.
Not for real, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Obviously you don't have the frame to.
It depends though. Like if I have shit available to me, like every now and again, your boy might lose a little bit of control, have a couple fucking Oreos,
but it's not an everyday thing.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm sure if I had unlimited supply of fucking junk food available to me for like the next like 7 months, your boy would probably put some weight on, I'm sure, but
I couldn't picture you fat.
I don't think I could picture myself fat either.
Fat. Some people you can see fat.
But I'm curious to see how much I weigh right now. I think I might be under 140. I don't know. No, I'm not under that. No, stop. Ignore that I even said that.
Do we know if jiu-jitsu competitions are coming back this year? I assume that they'll be back soon.
I'd hope so. I know they canceled a lot of them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. I hope they come back. I know that they're doing like private events, so like not tournaments, but you know how they do like because I mean Gordon Ryan, he should be rolling right now. I think. I'm pretty sure his sister/girlfriend already rolled earlier. You're laughing, but that's what she is. Yeah. That's his sister/girlfriend.
If Gordon Ryan. You said some disrespectful shit about Gordon Ryan.
What? Like what?
Alleged abuse.
Of his steroid use?
Allegedly.
Oh. Why would he get offended about that?
You're attacking a man's character.
I didn't fucking shove a needle in his ass. Why are you mad at me for it? I didn't do it.
Well, I mean, if he is allegedly, if he is on roids,
yeah, he is.
He might.
Yeah, he is.
Might have a short temper.
Okay.
Do you plan on competing anytime?
I don't know. I would.
Yeah. Do you have the desire?
Not to do a tournament. I would do like a like similar to that, where I have a match with someone specific, and I have a couple months to train for it or whatever. Like, I would do something like that. I don't know if I'll do. Here's the thing: I do the same thing in tournaments every time, and it's something that I need to figure out too. And I think I've talked about this before, but I have this habit where I'll sign up for both divisions, both gi and no gi, regardless of the tournament, whether it's a tournament that does gi first or a tournament that does no gi first. I sign up for both of them. Do the first bracket, whether it's gi or no gi. Murder, get first, but I fucking spend almost everything doing it. And then my next division comes up, and I'm just like, well, I got my gold medal, and I don't care as much, so I'm just not going for it as much. I'm not trying to get the gold anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't know. It's something that I need to get past, because I don't want it to be like a thing where it's like, all right, well, we did our thing, so let's shut off now. Like, it needs to be like, no, we're here. We need to be going the whole fucking time. And that's something that I want to work on. But I kind of have that habit, which makes me think that I should. You need to turn the camera on? I kind of have that habit, which makes me think I would do better with like a 1v1 type thing versus a tournament. But it's something I need to get past, and I need to do tournaments to get past it.
I mean, now you're a higher belt, though. You're going against different animals.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll wait for you to get back after you do the deal, though. Different animals in what sense? I mean, it all depends on the tournament that you're at, though, because like I don't know if I want to do like submission only tournaments just yet. That's for sure. Like, and those are typically my favorites, but I'm not trying to. Your boy doesn't want to get caught with a heel hook and fucking be out for 6 months, you know. And I don't want to tear an ACL, you know.
No, I hear you.
And you can say I'm scared or whatever, but
Yeah,
I mean,
you're scared.
yeah. Hey, how was jiu-jitsu tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to Glory.
Oh, was it cool watching? All right then. Anyways, had to.
You had
See,
to.
had to.
You had
You
to.
laid it up. Spike that shit down. Spike it down. Anyways,
I
yeah.
took a Glory Fit class to help with my.
All I heard is that you didn't do jujitsu. That's all I heard.
Can't wait, man.
Can't wait for what?
For my next Glory Fit class.
9 a.m. tomorrow, buddy.
Check that shit out.
9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll see you there. I'm teaching. Go ahead, show up. Do it. I'll fucking jump on your back in the middle of a round and start choking you. Defend. That'd be kind of cool. You should come to my Glory Fit tomorrow.
So you can choke me? No. What? In what sense is that cool?
So that is something that I do in Glory Fit though. Sometimes if it's like all jiu-jitsu people, then I'll like break them off the bag and have them roll for 1 round.
Yeah, I think that would be. I always want to do that with some people that do both programs. But
Yeah. I mean, I only do it if I have the entire class that does both programs.
Right,
Because that's the only time that it's easy, where you can just pick 2 people, go roll. Pick 2 people, go roll. You know, and then you got one person there who's still on the bag watching everybody roll. I want to do that. You know, you can't do that to somebody.
Exciting.
So if the entire class it does both programs, then yeah, I'll break them up and have them roll for a little bit too. Yeah. Dude, that's like super good for their workout too. You know, to like go from one to the other like that. Like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that'd be
Basically, sign up for jiu-jitsu so I can do that to more people is what I'm trying to say. Please and thank you.
Yeah.
It'll be better for you. But yeah, man, you coming to jiu-jitsu tomorrow or Glory Fit? Or
No, I'm saying I actually got some work I want to do. I need to do some work for this gym too. With I got goals tomorrow. I got things that need to be done, tasks that need to get done, and I'm gonna use now, especially that I wake up early, or I actually have a full morning. I want to make the most out of it, especially before the kids wake up. So,
what time do the kids typically get up? What time do you get up?
7.
Fuck that.
7.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
That's too early for you, boy.
But I try to do it so I can have like an hour or two to myself before the kids get up.
I guess it's different with kids.
Yeah.
I'd probably do that if I had kids too. Yeah. But I don't have kids, so I just wake up and I'm like, Molly, come cuddle. It's my dog.
But yeah, man. It's been a crazy week. I'm finding a lot out. The world's angry.
Yeah.
The world is definitely angry, and as someone who is black, we should all be angry, but I understand. And the challenge for a lot of people, there are facts out there, you know, but I think for a lot of people, especially, you know, who aren't black, that we just want people to listen. That's all.
Yeah.
I think that's ultimately what it is. Do we, if things can get done and accomplished, that'd be amazing. But ultimately, it's like we want people to listen. And this week has been a very hard time because growing up in Florida and throughout my life, I've just, and I think you said it earlier, we talked a little bit, you know, I've grown numb and I've accepted racism. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I just accept, and people are starting to show their true colors, especially this week. And I don't think, if you have a different opinion, I don't think that automatically makes you a racist. But I think when you put your opinion out there, I think it shows a lot of your character.
I think Dude, you know what I'm seeing right now too, and I actually just thought of this too, like just reflecting on it, like
Mm.
how fragile our entire country is. Like all the people in the country, like their opinions, everybody's so fragile with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's not even it's not even that everybody has an opinion. It's that you get fucking upset if someone doesn't agree with your opinion.
Right.
And it's like, I can disagree with someone, understand where they're coming from, and not be upset with them for it, you know?
Definitely.
And whatever it is, you know? And obviously with the race and everything, that's something that we all need to get on board with. But, you know, racism is never acceptable in any way, shape, or form. But, everybody that's arguing on social media about your opinion, whether you're on this side, that side, in between, over here, over there, wherever. There's so many different directions that you can go with this whole topic. Like, it just fucking sickens me whenever people can't understand someone else's point of view whenever it's not their own.
I agree, but it's more heartbreaking when you don't even try to understand the other point of view.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
people are so fucking so fragile with their opinions. Like, they're just like, nope, this is the way it is.
You know, and,
Nope,
and
don't
if
want to
you're
hear
stuck, you know, I think I do a pretty decent job. I've seen multiple perspectives, you know, but I expect the same from you, especially like if I consider you a friend. And not everyone on my Facebook is like a great friend. You know what I mean? I have over 1,000 friends, but some of them I've met probably and spoken to in real life for about an hour, 20 minutes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was like, oh, I'm going to add you. You know, especially with all the connections of when I was at the comedy club, people want to know me.
it. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, fuck, that's why I deleted my Facebook, dude. Everybody's fucking opinions and then being sensitive about it. Like, if I disagree with you, you don't want to be my friend anymore?
right?
It's like, fuck. All right, fine then.
Yeah,
I guess if it means that much to you, shit. I mean, I just feel like everybody's like that about everything. Even if we're not even talking about this. Like, politics.
Yeah.
Like, friendships are fucking ended over politics.
Oh, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking dumb. It's stupid. Like, I just wish that people weren't so fragile with their opinions on stuff and just, like, weren't so insecure and, like,
I mean, that's why it's a rule.
sit down and have a fucking conversation.
That's why it's a rule, like at corporate and stuff, that you can't talk about religion, politics.
Yeah.
You know, for a reason. I mean, not like it should be. You should take that with everywhere with you. But
I understand that it's touchy, but I mean, you have to, as a human being, like you have to be responsible enough to know that, like, if you're gonna talk about these things, then you have to take a step back and like understand someone else's perspective. You have to understand that person did not grow up the way that you grew up. They didn't see the things that you saw. They didn't experience the things that you experienced. Matter of fact, all of that was completely different from the stuff, and they have to understand the exact same thing.
yeah,
You guys got to figure it the fuck out instead of getting pissed off and arguing with each other.
totally agree. And you know, I think it's awesome when people listen without. You don't always have to give your opinion.
Yeah.
You don't always have to give your opinion. As some things are better left unsaid.
Yeah.
And I think people forget that. And you know, like the little story, you know, this girl who I grew up with was very outspoken and would always look at the negative and being like, well, they're you know, they're rioting and protesting, but she's not looking at the whole issue. She just sees one side or one image, and she's like, well, this is why they're no good, you know, essentially. And then the next day, and I should already got rid of the friend, but the next day she's gonna put out, she had an experience where someone was racist to her. She's a white girl, and somebody was racist to her.
Yeah.
And
Which that can happen, but
it definitely can happen.
For sure.
I've seen that happen a lot of times.
yeah.
You know, but the way she put it out there was like, well, you guys, you know, it's like, you guys think
Like
you
trying
have
to
it bad.
fucking relate, like she's
Yeah.
dealt with it her whole life.
Yeah, and she's like, you have it bad, I have it bad. Listen to this story. And it's like, well, I mean, this isn't the time for you to try to one up. This isn't something you want to one up.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks that happened to you. But this isn't the time.
Yeah.
You know, and the world's hurting. It sucks to see like this. And
that's just an example of the lack of understanding for another individual. You know what I mean? And I can say I see it both ways too. Like even from like the perspective of others that don't believe like with everything that's going on. You know, like speaking out against like rioting and things like that. Which by the way, I don't condone that in any way, shape, or form. I don't agree with it, but I understand that people are pissed off and they do things when they're pissed off.
Right.
That's what happens.
But no one condones it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It shouldn't be happening. I agree. 1,000% it shouldn't be happening. But you know, if it were a different situation and if it were something completely different that pissed people off, you know, and I mean, you're going to act out. Like when people are upset, they act out. It's always been that way. Even since we were kids. Like whenever we were upset, we fucking yelled and screamed and threw things, and we're still doing it today. Right. Like you can't be surprised by that shit. You have to be understanding that people are upset, and now let's address it. Let's figure it out. Is it okay? No. Nope. Absolutely not. Nope. Nobody should be getting hurt.
Right.
Nobody should be feeling threatened. Nothing should be getting broken. No, it's absolutely not acceptable. But you know, it's kind of human nature for shit like that to go down when something like that happens, you know?
You know,
and all I can say is that I pray for I shouldn't say I pray because I'm not religious, but there's a lot of people that are in my thoughts with everything that's going on, you know? There's
and I don't even want to say there's sides, but obviously there is sides to it. But, you know, I care about so many people. But this week was very uncomfortable for me. You know, especially.
Was it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, and we're around cops. You know, I think we're around a lot of good cops.
Man, I will say that too. Like all the cops that we've been around today, man. Yeah. Yo, they're wearing it on their face, bro.
Definitely.
Like I feel it both sides. That shit. They're wearing it on their face, man. They're
and I'm sure
that's defeating.
You know, they're worn out, but it's like uncomfortable because it's like when I come and this gym has been great. I have mad respect for I don't even have to say it. Everyone knows how much I love this gym. But you know, I wasn't walking on eggshells, but I was very cautious about the way I carried myself this week, and I was making sure I was tuning in to make sure I didn't make anyone feel uncomfortable. But it's like, what am I doing? Why I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells, and no one.
No one should. That's the thing. That's what sucks. It's a situation. Yeah, like you shouldn't have to feel. But I'm sure a lot of people are feeling that way. You know, I don't think that's just you though either. You know.
No, it's not. But it's like, you know, when we came across a couple of cops this week, I didn't know what the interaction was going to be.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they, you know.
I bet they felt the same way though too.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's yeah. I bet they felt the same way. You know, that's the thing. Sucks. Like, and that's where it goes hand in hand. Like, you got to understand both sides of it. You know, like, something that needs to be discussed for sure.
But I mean, ultimately, a lot of people show their colors this week on Facebook, and it just sucks. And
makes me happy I don't have it.
Yeah, no, and after a while, I had to just turn off the social media.
Yeah,
definitely. But it was like. But it's like started bringing back a lot of memories, like seeing that, you know, the sister and like I remember growing up. I remember this girl telling me that she would never date a black person, et cetera, et cetera. Like it was a normal conversation. Yeah. The way you're just like, hey, I don't like Twix or I don't like Reese's Pieces. Like that's the way casually like a girl would be like, yeah, I don't date black guys or I don't like black guys. And I remember. Her reason was her uncle was killed by a black guy.
See, yeah.
She's like, my uncle was killed by a black guy, and for that reason, I would never be around. She said I would never be around. I would never be alone with a black person. And it's like, that's crazy that this isolated, horrific event happened to your uncle. But now the entire race you don't trust.
Bro, but how did she grow up though? I mean, she might be very isolated and sheltered herself, you know?
Right.
That might be one of the very few experiences with the outside world that she has, you know? And that produces ignorance.
Definitely.
I mean, again, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. I'm not on the same page, but I can understand how someone can be that way given the right environment, the right circumstances, you know?
Right. Just
You don't, yeah,
I hope things get better.
that's really what I hope for more than anything is the safety of
yeah.
so many people, especially like the police officers that we've seen come in. Like,
A lot of them, if not every single, are good dudes.
yeah, they're all good dudes.
And it's like I would like to believe I have a great relationship with all of them, but
I've always said that is like working with like cops in the gym is always good because let's be real, I have never had a good perspective of police officers like growing up, never did.
well, yeah,
But working with police officers in martial arts like MMA and jiu-jitsu give me a whole new perspective on police officers, you know? And I respect the shit out of them. And
well, and I don't know. Have we ever talked about?
they're just in such a tough position right now.
Did we ever talk? And I know we've had plenty of episodes. I told you when like my mind changed on cops, right?
Yeah, you wait, no, when?
Okay, so
I mean, you might have, but give me a reminder.
growing up, just being influenced by music and everything, I just always thought cops were the enemy.
Yeah.
And with events that happen,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, there it is. Like all cops are bad people.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until my sister had her door kicked in right before Christmas. My sister has 5 kids.
Yeah.
My nieces and nephews, and right before Christmas, probably maybe 3 days.
Why'd she get her door kicked in?
No, by like she got robbed.
Oh, okay.
Like she got robbed. She not by the cops.
See,
like, she
I
got
think
robbed.
a raid whenever you say you
Yeah.
get your door kicked in.
Well, the way they broke in is they kicked in the door.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
and seeing my sister, I've never seen my sister cry.
Yeah.
And she calls me, and I'm 16, 17, and obviously I go right over, and if there was 10 of them, I was ready to take on the world. That's my sister.
Yeah.
My sister means the world to me. And I mean, she's she's afraid to go in her own house that she owns, that she's been living at for years. She's afraid to go in there because she doesn't know if anyone's in there. Obviously she called the cops, and then she calls me. I rush right over, and obviously I run in the house. And I mean, the house is ransacked. They took every single present, everything valuable. They just took from my nieces and nephews and my sister and her husband. And the cops showed up, and at the moment I was like, well, what the fuck are they doing here? They ain't gonna help us.
Yeah.
But I remember the officer, it was a lady cop. I remember the female officer, 2 days later, she showed up with a bunch of gifts, footballs, and presents for my family. And, it was donations, and it was like one of the sweetest things I've ever seen. And so tonight,
Oh, you want to do another intro again?
no, I'm not gonna do any more
okay.
intros. But long story short, my that's what changed the perspective of the cops.
You want to tell people what just happened? I guess
Well,
they'll
they
hear
saw
it.
the
Yeah.
audio.
All
They
right,
saw the
all right.
audio.
I didn't know if you were gonna botch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, ultimate.
What?
I just want things to get better.
Yeah.
But things need to change. Things do need to change, and we can't just have murder in broad daylight and then sweep it underneath the rug. It's very much real, and just because it's not in your world doesn't mean it's not a real thing that's happening. And we need to improve now. I don't want to wait another 50 years.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's it. You know, I'll be a part of the change.
I don't have the answer. I don't know what the answer is. Nobody knows what the answer is right now, but you're 100% right that something needs to change. Something needs to happen. And I'm sorry for the police officers that are going through what they're going through right now, who are good people.
Definitely.
Which all the police officers that I encounter here at the gym are good people and are going through those things, and they don't deserve a lot of the things that they're going through.
No.
So it sucks. It sucks, but I feel like this entire process is quote unquote growing pains, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks that
It is the way it is, and it's so ugly.
it's a long process.
Yeah.
Like say whatever you want, however you grow up, and if you're listening, you know, I always appreciate everyone that listens. You know, maybe you're not that person, but don't forget, like,
It doesn't mean
still,
that they're not.
Yeah.
There aren't people out there
yeah,
that are doing bad shit.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, hey, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go mute that right quick.
Okay.
You can segue us into another.
Yeah, no. Well, I appreciate everyone that listens. It's such a crazy time we're in, and you know.
Is it just me, or does it feel like the fucking country itself is like a volcano? Even before this, with like COVID
Waiting
and
to
everything,
erupt,
dude.
yeah.
It's like we get COVID, then we get this. Like, what
Man,
the fuck
2020's
is? What's happening next? What is next, bro?
I don't even want to know.
Yo.
2020 is the year, man.
It's only gonna get worse. Yeah. We're gonna have like flaming tornadoes coming next.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, like a fucking volcano erupts and then a tornado goes over it, lava flying everywhere. That's 2020. For real, dude. This year sucks.
Then 2021, everything's cool again.
I feel like it's just been progressively getting worse year after year.
Hey,
Isn't that always a meme, like at the end of the year, where everybody's like, fuck 2018, let's welcome 2019, and then they're like, 2019 was shit, let's introduce 2020.
Yeah, but that normally happens at the end of the year. Like, shout out to all the people that was like, 2020 is going to be my year. And then, woo, like, it's crazy for like, because I was thinking about it from like the comedy perspective. Like, there's a lot of comics that like are going to be out of a job, or their role is going to be reduced because you're going to have all these big headliners going back to comedy clubs.
Yeah.
All the big names that were in theaters, they're coming back now. So now everyone that was building up, you kind of got to take it back.
You gone.
Yeah.
You gone.
It's crazy.
What do you mean we're going to book you? Tom Segura's here, bitch. Get out of here. What are you talking about?
I know.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh,
a lot of industries have been affected, but
yeah. Yeah. I just found out Flying Saucer downtown went out of business.
really,
Doesn't that suck?
dude, that went out a lot of businesses.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that fucking blows right now.
I want to end this on a positive note.
Yeah, go ahead, do that, please. We need that.
You watch Shark Tank?
Occasionally, yeah. That's a good show.
Yo, like, it's a really good show.
It's a pretty good show. Yeah. What about it?
Leslie's been watching it a lot, and
Oh, okay.
we've been like enjoying it. It's like our little like thing before bed now.
I think a lot of businesses use that just for like,
Publicity.
yeah, just strictly to promote their shit. Like, they have no intentions of making a deal with them. You know what I mean? I think a lot of them go on there with no intentions of making a deal.
Well, it's the thing for exposure, and
You know how many Instagram ads I see for some new product, and they're like, featured on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you were featured. Why didn't you get a deal on Shark Tank, bitch?
if you get to that
Because
point,
you
man,
just wanted that commercial.
that's what comics do. That's why sometimes you see, if you ever watch Last Comic Stand or any of those comic shows where it's that reality setting,
Yeah.
you'll get veterans that have already been headlining, but they go to TV just to get that exposure.
Yep.
That's all it's for.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a smart thing. Some cool inventions. I wish I was more like.
Yeah.
I wish I was more of an inventor. I mean, I guess that's what the show does, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You know, but
Some form of creation. I wouldn't say inventing because it's not. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of inventing new products.
It's created.
Okay.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say invented. No. There's no fucking patent for it. And I feel like you should like an invention. You can patent it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my old man thing now. Right for we're about to go to bed. We're gonna watch an episode real quick, and then we'll put it on. And then
Who's your person on the show?
Mark Cuban.
He's the gangster, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fight. He just doesn't say shit unless he wants to make a deal, and that's it. And if he doesn't want to make a deal, then he's just like commentating on everybody else and joking.
I just look forward to like when he sees someone that's a scammer. Like one of the last...
Oh, I haven't seen any of those.
Oh, there's an...
So he just fucked them up?
He hates like supplements, and he hates like there was this guy that came on there.
Why does he hate supplements?
He thinks it's bullshit.
Oh, okay.
And then there was a guy that came on with a watch that was supposed to give you more balance. Had like ions in the watch.
Yeah.
And like he came on there and was trying to get, $200,000 or some shit. And Mark just went off.
What did he say?
And was like, I would never. He's like, you would have to believe I'm a complete idiot.
I feel like he's the realest one on there, though, because there's like times where like some people will just like say shit for the show, and I feel like there's a lot of like he'll even just like cut himself short, like just because that's just how he feels, like he'll just be sitting there speculating on like what some other people are saying, and then like the person who's presenting is like, Mark, do you have an offer? And he's like, oh no, that's not really my thing.
Yeah.
He was like, you have a great idea, it's just not my thing. I can't help you. And it's just like, damn, you just hit her with some realness there,
You don't like Mr.
Which,
Wonderful?
I mean, you have to appreciate that. He's just being honest with you. He's like, hey, you got a great idea. I just can't fuck with it.
You don't like Mr. Wonderful?
Which one's he?
He's the guy that sits in the middle. Kevin O'Leary.
Oh, no, he's kind of lame. He's all right sometimes, but he's kind of lame for the most part. I feel like he thinks very highly of himself.
Oh, I mean, he's a billionaire, but yeah.
Well, I mean, so is Mark Cuban, but he doesn't like, you know what I mean? I mean, I think he thinks highly of himself, but he's not like putting it in people's faces like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that dude, like when he talks to you, like it's almost like he's talking down to you. It seems like whenever, at least on the show.
Oh, I imagine he couldn't be any better off camera.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's not. Yeah.
I mean, but if you're worth $1 billion, though, I mean,
yeah, there's still a human being you're talking to.
Yeah. Not with $1 billion.
They still have flesh and blood, just like
not
you.
With $1 billion. I could buy your flesh and blood.
Yeah.
No,
Just
you're
saying.
right.
A billionaire dies the same as a poor person. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, but the way they go out.
Yeah, but the way they go out. That should be a quote right there.
They go out, though.
But the way they go out. That's very fucking true, right? They die the same, but the way they go out.
The way they go out.
Doesn't that kind of sting a little bit like fucking finding a cut with hand sanitizer? You know?
Right. All right, man. Well, before anything else goes fucking wrong and the mic
What, with the podcast or 2020?
2020
Oh,
and the podcast.
Both.
Shout out to all the essential employees, first responders, everyone busting their ass, firefighters, Shout out to all y'all.
We out of this bitch.
Thank you.
Love,
Bye.
peace, chicken grease.
Bye.